The last time you saw me, I set you free to calculate the impact of your project. And as I've been watching some people work, I think we've really struggled to figure out what exactly we are calculating. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have really, really struggled to wrap my mind around this in a way that I can explain this to you simply and easily. But I think I got it. So follow me here, see if we can follow along, and I think this will really help you for your final project. All right. Remember this, where we came up with an impact value for our three different countries, right? I looked at the cost of living index for meat, and I tried to figure out my impact value. Okay, well, what does this actually mean? I think we need to visualize it and have a really good picture of what this number is actually telling us, not just saying bigger numbers are better, but actually have a good picture on what this is telling us. That's where we've struggled. We don't really have a picture of what this is telling us. So, here's your picture. I want you to imagine I go to Argentina, where they have the peso. Now, $1, the exchange rate is 187. $1 is 187 pesos. So, if I take over $5,000, that will become 915,000 pesos. Now, the cost of living index for meat is 51.23. That means $1 will buy me 51.23 pesos of meat. Or the amount of meat that I could get for $1 in the United States would cost me 51.23 pesos in Argentina. Which means that the amount of meat that I could get for $5,000 in the United States would cost me 256,000 pesos in Argentina. All right, but here's the thing. Look, $5,000 buys me this much meat, or this much meat in the United States costs this much in Argentina. I have this much. So if I spent all my pesos on meat, if I turned $5,000 into pesos and spent it all on meat, how much meat could I get? Well, 915,000 pesos divided by 256,000, which is how much that much meat in the United States costs, equals 3.57. Wait a second. I could buy this much meat in Argentina for the same price as this much meat in the United States. Wow, that seems pretty good. And look at this. I recognize this number. That number was my impact number. Okay, so let's take this the other way around. If I took my $5,000 times my impact number, that's $17,850. To visualize that, what I am saying is I would have to spend this much money in the United States to buy the amount of meat that this much money gets me in Argentina. If I take this much money to Argentina, I can buy this much meat. That's what that's telling me. If I take $5,000 to Argentina, I can buy the same amount of meat as I could buy for $17,850 in the United States. In the United States, I could buy this much meat, but in Argentina, the same amount of money would buy me that much meat. Okay, well, I turned that into a real quick equation then. I take an amount of money in American dollars, multiply it by my impact number, and that gives me my US equivalent. Right, $5,000 in the United States times 3.57 means I could buy the same amount of stuff as that much money buys me in the United States. So, your final presentation is going to give me something like this. How much would this same project cost you in the United States? Break it down and explain how you came to that conclusion. So if you're telling me that I can have almost $18,000 of impact and only spend $5,000 to do it, that is a really good deal.